Hey there, I'm Coach Bill Sullivan, and I welcome you to this episode of Walking the Spiral of Truth and Love. This space is an invitation to slow down, to listen beneath the noise of urgency, and to meet your life with presence, honesty, and compassion. The reflections here are rooted in my teachings in the SVMT Method of Transformation, a heart-centered and embodied approach to growth that honors truth over urgency, presence over performance, and lived experience over striving. In our last episode, we reflected on the impermanence of life, not as something to fear, but as something that gently wakes us up to what truly matters, to live life to its fullest. So today, I invite you to continue walking that spiral by reflecting on the word legacy, and how to live your legacy without pressure. So, if you're ready, let's arrive together and walk this spiral gently. We gently begin by taking in a nice deep breath, exhaling nice and slow, and reminding yourself that you chose to be here. So be here. Pay attention to the messages that resonate with you, and if it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. Just listen. True legacy, authentic legacy, doesn't arrive with a checklist. It doesn't tap its watch. It doesn't whisper, "You're running out of time." Legacy lives much closer than that. It lives in how you show up. It lives in how you hold space for others. It lives in how you listen and how you love and how you speak truth, even when it would be easier not to. Legacy isn't the sum of your output. It's the quality of your presence while you are here. And when that truth lands, something softens. The pressure dissolves. The need to make our mark changes. We live the life of legacy. In the SVMT method, legacy is not something we chase, it's something that we practice. We practice walking the spiral of truth and love, and this becomes our legacy. And this is where so many people get tangled. Somewhere along the way, legacy became associated with doing more, with finishing everything, with leaving something impressive behind, or proving that we mattered. But that version of legacy is rooted in fear. It's rooted in the fear of being forgotten, in the fear of having not done enough, in the fear of not making our mark, on the fear of not leaving the world a better place, on the fear of not having been enough. But that's not true legacy. This is survival wearing spiritual clothing. True legacy doesn't come from fear. It comes from presence. Legacy is not waiting for you at the end of your life. It's actually unfolding in how you live life today. It lives in how you speak when no one's watching. It lives in how you listen when it would be easier to interrupt. It lives in how you treat people when there's nothing to gain. It lives in how you honor your truth when it costs you comfort. It lives in how you set honest, open boundaries. It lives in how you resonate through your life. Legacy is not actually what you leave behind. It's what you leave within. It's what you leave within people. It's how you make people feel. And that happens moment by moment. When legacy becomes pressured, that pressure shows up as tightness in the chest, urgency in the breath, contraction in the fascia, mental looping, and creative exhaustion. And over time, that's the legacy. This is the nervous system trying to prove worth instead of expressing truth. A pressured legacy asks the question, how do I make sure I'm remembered? A living legacy asks, how do I live honestly while I'm here? Pressure absolutely shrinks creativity. Presence expands it. Legacy is not only cognitive, it's somatic. Your nervous system and the nervous system of the people around you remember how you lived. Whether you rushed or softened, whether you listened or performed, whether you chose truth or approval, and whether you honored your capacity and honored that truth. People don't remember your resume. They remember how regulated they felt around you. They remembered, did you make them feel safe? Did they feel seen? Did they feel respected? Did they feel encouraged to be themselves? This is the legacy at nervous system level. And here's one of the most liberating truths. You are not behind on your legacy. It's never too late. You're not running out of time. Because legacy isn't linear. It doesn't accumulate the way achievements do. If you're living with honesty now, if you're choosing presence over performance now, if you're speaking what feels true now, and creating from sincerity and loving without conditions, then you're living your legacy now, and this will be remembered. Nothing extra is required. Unfinished creations aren't failures. They're signs of life. Moving into the energy of forgiveness and faith and hope resonates and endures. Unfinished often means still alive, still evolving, still breathing, still becoming. A living legacy isn't tidy, it's organic. And most importantly, it leaves room for others to continue the spiral, because then the legacy endures as people carry it forward. Living legacy without pressure is an act of trust. Trust that your presence matters. Trust that your truth lands where it's needed. Trust that your offerings ripple farther than you could ever imagine. And trust that your life doesn't need to be summarized to be meaningful. Transformation doesn't come from force. It comes from alignment. Legacy doesn't come from urgency. It comes from integrity. And integrity is something you practice today. It's not something you need to prove later. We start to understand this is what matters. That walking the spiral of truth and love shows you that love is the way and truth is the path, and this is the journey of legacy. Sometimes when I reflect on legacy, I find myself smiling. Because the older I get, the less interested I am in doing more, and the more interested I am in doing what's true. It's a huge shift for me. Living legacy without pressure sounds like this. I'll offer what's mine to offer, and I'll trust that it's enough now. Whew, that's a lot. So let's pause together. I invite you on a little somatic inquiry first. As we pause here, just as we've done before, I invite you to just turn to your breath and place a hand on your chest. Take a slow breath in and a longer breath out. And ask yourself gently, where have I been putting pressure on my legacy? What would soften if I trusted how I'm already showing up? And what does living honestly feel like in my body now? And then notice what arises. Not answers, not solutions, sensation. The response of your body is wisdom. As you pay attention to it, it will give you the message. If it tightens or closes down, there's work to do. If it becomes more open, more liberating, keep going. If you feel called to go deeper, I invite you to go on this meditation with me. A meditation I call Living Legacy Without Pressure. It's about 8 minutes long, so if you have the time now, I invite you to join me. If not, come back to this later. And to begin, if you haven't already, close your eyes down, if that feels comfortable. Soften your gaze, and allow your body to be supported by whatever's beneath you. And then bring your awareness back to your breath. Not changing it, just noticing it. Noticing the rise and fall. And with every exhale, for the next few breaths, invite in the idea of having to become something. Gently loosen its grip. And imagine as you do, you create some space. And in that space, you can sense a warm, steady light in the center of your chest. This light glowing within you. Imagine this light isn't striving, it's not proving, it's simply present. And with each breath, let this light expand gently through your shoulders, through your tummy, through your spine. And then silently repeat to yourself, I I am already living what matters. My presence is enough. Now imagine this light expanding outwards from you, not forcefully, but naturally. Imagine it flowing out from you in all directions, touching people that you've met, touching moments that you've shared, touching spaces that you've entered. And notice how nothing is rushed, nothing is urgent. Imagine that light expanding out, unfolding at the speed of truth. Just imagine it flowing out at the speed of truth, and rest here for a few breaths. Feel that energy flowing out from you and coming back to you. And breathe. Think about how you feel as the energy flows all around you. And recognize that living legacy without pressure is one of the most compassionate choices you make. Because as that light flows out from you, it allows creativity to breathe, it allows love to flow, and it allows truth to remain intact. And as you breathe in the presence of that light, hear the message that says you don't need to finish everything. You don't need to rush your becoming. You don't need to prove your worth. Because here and now, your legacy is already alive in how you live, in how you love, in how you show up right now, and in how you love and show up in the days ahead. This is the journey of love and truth. So just breathe for another moment. Allow your breath to bring your awareness back to your body, then back into the room around you. Then take in a nice deep breath and exhale nice and slow, and then open your eyes and see the space that you're in. Reflect for a moment on how you feel and all the messages that resonated with you. And then I want to thank you for walking this spiral with me today. May what we explored settle gently into your body, not as something to fix or complete, but as something to live with a little more awareness. This is the heart of the SVMT method. Not becoming someone else, but remembering who you truly are through presence, embodiment, and truth. May your legacy feel light. May your presence feel grounded. And may your unfolding feel trustworthy. If this lesson resonated with you in any way, I invite you to give me a like or make a comment, and then I invite you to join me back as we walk the spiral of truth and love. And as always, remember, love is the way, truth is the path. I'm Coach Bill Sullivan, and it's been my honor to share this with you. If you feel called to now or in the future, I invite you to go on the journey of SVMT with me, the SVMT Method, a 12-month journey of exploration into the depths of somatics, vibration, mindfulness, and trance-informed therapies that lead us into living a life of truth and love. I'll see you next time.